You want me to put that on my Tudor?
Wax on, wax off. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. No, I haven't morphed into Mr. Miyagi, who of course used that phrase memorably in The Karate Kid, essentially telling Daniel that not everything is as it seems, the essence of it being is that one can learn valuable lessons from seemingly simple or mundane tasks. Not something, of course, that Harry's wife would ever have regard to, because, of course, she fails to learn from many things. And, of course, her narcissism causes her to believe that she knows everything already, that she knows better than you or I or experts. Hence, this is why she keeps getting herself into potential difficulties with regard to the lies that she tells and the contradictions that she engages in. Wax is a problem for Harry's wife. No, I'm not talking about the fact that she has a particularly hairy nether region which requires copious amounts of wax to be placed upon it before a violent jerk of the strip is applied in order to remove those pesky hairs. No, we don't need to contemplate the routine that goes on down there. I'm surprised actually Harry hasn't told us already about what she does with her nether regions apart from ensure that they're regularly aired for his benefit. No, it isn't that kind of wax that we're contemplating, but rather wax works. What's this, you wonder? Is this another assault upon Harry's wife's person as a consequence of the yellow candle of obstruction? No, actually it is not, albeit, of course, Harry's wife has two nemeses these days, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and the yellow candle of obstruction that obscures her gurning rictus grin from the rest of the world as it carried out its duties to the letter at the Queen's funeral. You might think that the candle is going to appear again. I understand that it had been prepared in the event that Harry's wife decided to grace the world with her presence at the King's coronation, but as she is not coming, something she has repeatedly enabled us to understand and know about, the candle has been placed to one side. There's a possibility that a giant version might be used to beat Harry over the head if he misbehaves himself. Accordingly, the issue of wax is not that of the big yellow candle of obstruction. No, it's something else instead. Something which is problematic still for Harry's wife. Many of you will be familiar with Madame Tussauds, which has various displays of famous people made out of wax, with varying degrees of success as to the likeness that they pose. Well, the figures have been rearranged for the forthcoming coronation of His Majesty King Charles III. We have, of course, Catherine, Princess of Wales, looking resplendent in an emerald dress, Big Willie Styley in his tux, ready for action. The King and the Queen, Camilla, dressed in suitable attire to demonstrate their regal status. But who is this? Is this some kind of interloper that has appeared in the picture? Who is this coming along, sporting a tux also? Why, it is the ginger one, the Prince of Pink Pancakes, the ginger dimwit. Yes, his waxwork has been returned to the display ahead of King Charles's coronation. It's unclear whether this follows any kind of instruction from Buckingham Palace, probably not. But the relevant decision-makers at Madame Tussauds have deemed that the Prince and Princess of Wales, the King and the Queen, will be joined by the Ginger Whinger. But that's not all. As you can see, there he stands, hand tucked in slightly into his tuxedo, as if he's scratching a nagging itch or checking that the power pack is adjusted appropriately for the microphone that he is and recording devices that he might be wearing. But look at that picture. Look at it carefully. Take your time. There's no rush with this. Scrutinise it. Do you see something missing? There's Catherine. There's Big Willie Styley. Charles, Camilla. Yup. The ginger one. But have you worked out who's missing? No. Not Andrew. No. Not Loose Cannon Louis. If he were on there, all manner of mayhem would be ensuing. No. Harry's wife has not been included. Burn. Madame Tussauds has seen fit to put that display there ahead of the coronation, but has not included Harry's wife. To many people, they would just think, oh well, this is simply a display at Madame Tussauds, what of it? But it's quite clear that Madame Tussauds don't see that it's appropriate she be included, probably because they don't like her. Possibly that the cost of having her hand turned into a grip of doom for the purposes of gripping onto Harry might prove beyond the budget of Madame Tussauds. It may well be of case the fact that they've decided that because she's not coming to the coronation, she doesn't feature in the display. Either way, if this came to the attention of Harry's wife, and it probably will do because of the fact that she will have a press team that provides her with information about what's been stated about her, and after all, she only spends 1 hour a week working for Archwell, giving her plenty of time to take a tour through social media to see what's been stated about her, it's highly likely that this information will have come to her attention. This then means that she'll see another instance of her being NFI'd, this time as a waxwork. Oh dear, oh dear. Imagine that you're so disliked that not even your waxwork is brought out. It's not been brought out to join in the coronation appearance, indicative of the way that she is regarded. And for a narcissist, this is wounding. Yes, the failure to provide her waxwork in the coronation display would wound her, because even though she's not attending, and even though she doesn't really want anything to do with the royal family, apart from use the connection to make money, she still believes that she should be included because, after all, she's Harry's wife and she's extremely important. So the failure to include her in the coronation waxworks means that she will be wounded by that. There'll be ignition of fury. There might be a few plates that are smashed. It might be that Harry is sent to the chicken coop with the sounds of devaluing slurs ringing behind him as a consequence of this action. Of course, Harry's wife will once again see it as the behaviour of a hateful royal family, even though, of course, it's nothing to do with them and it's everything to do with Madame Tussauds. But her victim mentality will rear up once again, and if Harry's around, she might just throw herself to the floor, sobbing, of course, although that may cause her new waxwork face that she unveiled to us last week possibly melting from those hot, sticky tears. Either way, it's another burn for Harry's wife. It's another instance of wounding, and it just shows how much she's disliked. Even her waxwork is kept hidden. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.